unbelievable. These guys will be legends in their own country, but also in the international basketball world forever.
That is what sport means. That is what the EuroLeague trophy means. Are you not entertained?
I'm not supposed to be cheering, but this is X Series. I can do whatever I want.
Everything is difficult in this life, so still you need to be on it.
It all comes down to tonight. Don't miss the biggest night in MMA. PFL is more than a fight.
Catching up on any NFL game is easier than ever before.
Looking to the end zone for the win!
Oh my gosh, one of the great games you'll ever see.
The competition is back, and the UEFA Women's Champions League looks set to be bigger and better than ever before.
It's their time, a night to remember.
The following program is recommended for those 16 and over, as it contains sporting violence, possible bad language, and flashing imagery.
This is the moment the world has been waiting for. The judges are ready, the fighters are ready, the boxing world is ready. The fight starts now! Let's go.
How do you like it? On the shot. So aggressive, so focused. It all comes down to this. The corner knockdown. Still the undisputed champion of the world. Weigh in live on DAZN. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are live in the shadows of Dallas. We're in Frisco, Texas at the Star, which is the home to the Dallas Cowboys' beautiful practice facility, the Ford Center. And for this weekend, it is the home of the Unified Super Flyweight Championship fight between Jesse Bam Rodriguez and Phumelele Cafu. Hello, my name is Todd Grisham, and joining me all the way from across the pond is Charlie Parsons, who's pandering to the locals with a Cowboys jersey. Well done, mate.
Well, they have Micah Parsons. I love the little mate. I'll show them everything as well. We've done it right on brand. It'd be right as well. We've got the Dallas Cowboys. This is the training complex, I believe, full of star-studded talent, where it's a pleasure to be here.
It is, and I'm glad to have you with me here, Charlie. And I know why they brought you, because the title fight is scheduled for 115 pounds. That's about what you weigh in at right now.
Well, that's what we were saying before. I may be the same size as Jesse Bam Rodriguez. I think I'm about 50 pounds heavier. But I think we're out on the house, so everyone heard that now.
Yeah, well, there you go. Hey, I know that Jesse Bam Rodriguez is a star here in Texas, but as well as around the world. He's a pound-for-pound king, undefeated, and he's going for another unified title. What makes Jesse so good in your mind?
He's absolutely fantastic. What I like about him is I keep using the word nonchalant. You interview him, you try and poke the bear, but you'll never get anything out of him. But when it comes to getting in the ring, this man is savage. Only 25 years of age. When you look at his resume, it's incredible, and still coming into his prime. But a very, very tough contender he's got. Well, I say contender, WBO champion, coming off that win in Japan against Tanaka. He can't afford to slip up, especially with His Excellency announcing that November 22nd date.
Absolutely. He's already got another fight on the calendar. And Jesse Bam Rodriguez, so quiet, so soft-spoken. He's very humble. Cafu, on the other hand, man, he'll tell you exactly what he's going to do. He says he's going to rip Bam's head off, and Bam says, listen, this guy is the best fighter in my division. What kind of fight do you think it's going to be here at the Ford Center?
I think he's going to bring the action. I kind of think you have to with Jesse Rodriguez. I was speaking to Eddie earlier on in the week, and actually he was saying that this one is probably harder than the fight in November. But Jesse's the complete professional. We know what we'll get with him, and he won't be looking over anyone.
All right, speaking of complete professionals, let's send it to the man who will be hosting today's weigh-in on the stage, Mr. David Diamante.
All right, thank you, Charlie and Todd. And ladies and gentlemen, it's an absolute pleasure to welcome everybody here today to the Ford Center in Frisco, Texas, USA, for the official weigh-in for our big night of World Championship professional boxing taking place here tomorrow night. And it's all being brought to you courtesy of Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing. We're sponsored on the night by Bet Online, Corona Premier, Drip, El Mexicano, O'Reilly Auto Parts, Riyadh Season, Victory Live, and Everlast. And, of course, all the action live around the world exclusively on DAZN. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a great fight card, 7 fights on the card, 2 title fights, and, of course, at the top of the bill, it's a world title unification as the Truth. Phumelele Cafu takes on Jesse Bam Rodriguez for the unified WBC, WBO, and the Ring Magazine Super Flyweight Championship of the world. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start this weigh-in. Let's go ahead and bring the fighters to the stage so they can face the scale and face each other. Our first contest, 8 rounds in the junior middleweight division. Now making his way to the stage, professional record, 8 victories, 2 defeats, 2 draws, with 6 wins coming by way of knockout. He fights out of Houston, Texas. Please welcome the Houston Hitman, Robert Redmond Jr. And his opponent now making his way to the stage. He is undefeated in his campaign as a professional. 9 victories, no defeats, 8 of his 9 wins coming by way of knockout. He fights out of the LES. That's the Lower East Side of New York City. Please welcome the King of New York, Pablo Pretty Boy Valdez. Fighters to the scale. $154.2 for Redmond, 154.2, 156 even for Pablo Valdez. Fighters face each other.
So Pablo Valdez, you had him on your small talk set yesterday, Charlie. He's been itching to get in the ring.
Pablo Valdez versus Robert Redmond Jr. 8 rounds, junior middleweights, Matchroom Boxing, live on DAZN from the Ford Center, Frisco, Texas, USA.
Yeah, he ended up taking the Eddie Hearn role off us in between Nishant Dev and Amari Jones. I think he quite enjoyed that.
All right, coming up next, a man who represents a country with over 1.4 billion people in India. Imagine if Dev can become a boxing star. He could really turn this sport upside down. He's about to weigh in as he gets set for his 3rd professional fight.
Real big opportunity for him to become India's first boxing superstar. We know they back their own. You look at his Instagram, he posted a photo for Independence Day. I think he had something like 340,000 likes. They will engage with him. They engaged with him yesterday.
Ladies and gentlemen, the weigh-in continues with a 6-round junior middleweight contest. Now making his way to the stage, professional record, 5 wins against 5 defeats. He has 2 wins coming by way of knockout. He fights out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Please welcome Laquan Q. Evans. And his opponent now making his way to the stage. He's a southpaw. His young professional record perfect, 2-0, 1 knockout. Here's the 2024 Olympian fighting out of Haryana, India, Nishant, the Devastator Dev. Fighters face the scales. $156.2 for Q, Laquan Evans. 155.8 for Nishant, the Devastator Dev. Fighters face each other.
Well, here we are. We see them go together. Nishant Dev looking to go 3-0. A first-round stoppage in his first fight, going the distance last time out. Like we say, Todd, could be a superstar for India.
I love Laquan Evans. Anybody that has a Q in their name has to have the nickname Q. And that is Laquan's nickname.
Laquan
Q.
Evans, 6 rounds, junior middleweights, Matchroom Boxing, live on DAZN from Frisco, Texas.
He got fiery on the small talk set yesterday, him and Amari Jones. And he said, what are you guys doing? They're both 2-0. He said, we're building up a fight for the future. No love lost from the amateur rivalry.
And we'll see Amari Jones here in a little while. The U.S. Olympians turned pro. He's 2-0. But up next, Hector Beltran and Edgar Gutierrez.
Good turnout here, by the way. Fantastic turnout. But that's Jesse Bam Rodriguez, right? Hector Beltran Jr. yesterday telling me, well, it's his first fight here in America, but he's also a Dallas native. So what a special touch.
All right, let's keep it going. We got a 4-round junior middleweight contest right now. Making his way to the stage, his professional record, 3 wins against 3 defeats, with 2 wins coming by way of knockout. He fights out of Yuma, Arizona. Please welcome Edgar Gutierrez. Gutierrez. And his opponent now making his way to the stage. His young professional record perfect, 2-0, both wins by knockout. He fights out of right here in Dallas, Texas. Handsome Hector Beltran Jr. Beltran Jr. Fighters, face the scales. $153.4 for Gutierrez. The junior middleweight limit bang on. 154 for Beltran Jr. Fighters face each other.
Well, I've heard of Pretty Boy Floyd. Now we've got handsome Hector Beltran.
Really humble guy. I spoke to him yesterday. He wasn't giving me too much, but that doesn't matter. I think he'll show his craft in the ring. He fought Marco Verde in the amateurs. A lot of the people
Beltran versus Gutierrez. 4 rounds, junior middleweights. Matchroom Boxing live on DAZN from Frisco, Texas.
A lot of people around the Matchroom Boxing team telling us that he was robbed. I asked him about it. He was like, no, I'm humble. I don't want to discuss it. I thought, Hector, come on, give me something.
How humble can you be if your nickname is Handsome Hector? I mean, come on.
Well, that's true. That is true. But maybe when the microphone's in his face, he's thinking, no, I didn't come up with that nickname.
Well, coming up next, we're going to see Amari Jones, the former U.S. Olympian who in his 2 pro fights has looked absolutely sensational. What does Matchroom think about the future of Amari Jones? How good can he be?
Well, I remember when Eddie initially signed him and he was really like talking the talk and everything. From what we've seen so far, it's been stellar. What I loved yesterday, and we referenced Nishant Dev on the small talk set, but kind of having Pablo in between the two of them when he backs out that medal from the Olympics and he's going, well, hold up. My hand was raised. I was the one that won the fight. I love that. We're building personalities. We're building stars, right?
Yes, we are. And now let's see Amari Jones on the stage. Back down to David Diamante.
All right, let's keep it rolling with a 6-round junior middleweight contest. Making his way to the stage this time. Professional record, 24 victories, 14 defeats, with 11 wins coming by way of knockout. Peleando desde Pigüe, Buenos Aires, Argentina. Please welcome Alfredo Blanco. His opponent now coming to the stage. Young professional record perfect, 2-0, both wins by knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the 2024 Olympic bronze medalist fighting out of Orlando, Florida, Amari Banger Jones. Fighters, face the scales. $150.2 for Blanco, $150.2. $149.4 for Amari Jones, $149.4. Fighters face each other.
By far the most experienced fighter Jones will have met in the ring. Alfredo Blanco fighting out of Argentina. He's got 38 pro bouts. This should be at least a better test for Amari Jones.
Jones v. Blanco, 6 rounds, junior middleweights, matchroom boxing, live on DAZN from Frisco, Texas.
Well, it'd be nice if we see some rounds from Amari Jones. I mean, he may not be thinking that. 22 seconds into round 2 for the debut and a first round knockout in bout number 2. He is loving life as a professional.
Back down today. All right, thanks, fellas. Our next contest, 10 rounds middleweights. Now making his way to the stage. He is undefeated in his campaign as a professional with a record of 11 victories, no defeats, 2 draws, and 8 wins coming by way of knockout. He fights out of H-Town, Houston, Texas, by way of Monterrey, Nuevo León, Mexico, Ivan Vasquez. And his opponent now making his way to the stage, professional record, 18 victories, 1 defeat, with 12 of his 18 wins coming by way of knockout. He fights out of Houston, Texas. Here is the reigning IBF North American middleweight champion, Austin "Ammo" Williams. Fighters, face the scales. $159.6 for Vasquez, 159.6, 158.4 for Austin "Ammo" Williams. Fighters face each other.
These two men have sparred over 50 rounds together. It depends on who you ask who got the better of that. But Ivan Vasquez, who took this fight on about 48 hours' notice, plenty of confidence that he can beat Ammo.
I suppose when you've sparred so many times, if the opportunity knocks...
Williams versus Vasquez, 10 rounds middleweights, matchroom boxing, live on DAZN from Frisco, Texas, USA.
Opportunity knocks, Todd, and you've got to take it. He is not short of confidence, but neither is Ammo. I saw him earlier in the week. He said, "I'm just happy I've got to fight."
Of course, Ammo Williams' sole defeat came to Hamza Shiraz, but after seeing what Shiraz did to Berlanga, Ammo's saying, wait a minute, that's a confidence booster for me as well, because now everybody has to take notice, because I hurt Shiraz and nearly beat him.
Ammo's a fantastic fighter. We obviously saw what Hamza Shiraz did last week, up at 168, and I believe the next fighters are ready. We'll throw to David Diamante.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to weigh in the chief support of the evening. As Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing, in association with ProBox, are proud to present 12 rounds for the WBC USA and the WBO International Super Middleweight Championship. Now making his way to the stage, please welcome the challenger. Professional record, 28 victories, only 1 defeat. He has 20 wins coming by way of knockout. Originally from the Windy City of Chicago, and now living, training, and fighting out of Phoenix, Arizona, please welcome tenacious Trevor McCumbee. And his opponent now making his way to the stage. Professional record, perfect. 23 fights, 23 victories with 18 big wins coming by way of knockout. He fights out of South Central Los Angeles, California. Please welcome the reigning, defending, undefeated, and hard-hitting WBC, USA, and WBO International Super Middleweight Champion, Diego Pacheco. Fighters, face the scales. $168, the super middleweight limit, bang on from McCumbee. 168, also the super middleweight limit for Diego Pacheco. Fighters face each other.
Charlie, I think this fight could steal the show. You got 2 heavy hitters in the super middleweight division. You saw what Trevor did against Caleb Plant, and Diego, one of the best fighters in the world in this weight class.
Totally agree, Todd.
Diego Pacheco, Trevor McCumbee, 12 rounds for the WBC USA and WBO International Super Middleweight Championship. Matchroom Boxing in association with ProBox, live on DAZN from Frisco, Texas, USA.
Both talking to each other here. Respect is shown, though. I was speaking to Eddie yesterday. I said, why aren't more people calling Diego Pacheco's name? And why isn't Diego Pacheco calling more people's name? This man is a serious threat for the 168 division.
But look at the shape that Trevor's in. He said this was the best camp of his life. He said, I was good in my last fight against Caleb Plant. I'll be even better Saturday night, and you'll see me steal the show. Now it's time for the main event weigh-in. Back down to David Diamante.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's an absolute pleasure to welcome everybody here today to the Ford Center in Frisco, Texas, USA, for the official weigh-in for a big night of World Championship professional boxing taking place here tomorrow night. And it's now time to weigh in the main event of the evening. As Mr. Eddie Hearn from Matchroom Boxing, in association with Taken Promotions, are proud to present 12 rounds of boxing for the WBC, the WBO, and the Ring Magazine Super Flyweight Championship of the world. Now making his way to the stage, he is undefeated in his campaign as a professional with a record of 11 victories, no defeats, 3 draws, with 8 wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Duncan Village in the Eastern Cape of South Africa, ladies and gentlemen, here is the reigning, the defending, and the undefeated WBO Super Flyweight Champion of the World, the Truth, Phumelele Cafu. Cafu. And his opponent now making his way to the stage. He's a southpaw with a perfect professional record. 21 fights, 21 victories, with 14 wins coming by way of knockout. Saturday night, he'll be appearing in his 8th world title contest. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the 2-division world champion, the pound-for-pound great, the reigning, defending, undefeated WBC and Ring Magazine Super Flyweight Champion of the World, Jesse Bam Rodriguez. Fighters, face the scales. 115 pounds, bang on. That is the super flyweight limit for Phumelele Cafu. 114.8 for Jesse Bam Rodriguez, 114.8. Fighters face each other. This is our main event, ladies and gentlemen. Jesse Bam Rodriguez, Phumelele the Truth Cafu. 12 rounds of boxing for the WBC, WBO, and Ring Magazine Super Flyweight Championship of the World. Matchroom Boxing in association with Taken Promotions, live on DAZN from Frisco, Texas, USA.
Not short of any confidence. You've said you're coming for Bam's head. Why are you so sure you get the victory tomorrow night?
Obviously, I believe in myself. I believe in God a lot. And for me, it takes a lot to be here. Credit to Bam for giving me the fight. And also, man, I believe that I could beat everyone. So obviously, man, I know it's going to be hard for me to get a decision here. So that's why I'm coming for Bam's head. You know, I've got to make sure I stop him just to make sure I prove to everyone how great I am.
The weight is made. You've both looked in each other's eyes. What are you seeing when you're looking at Jesse Bam Rodriguez there?
Yeah, he looks focused, man. He looks focused. As he's been saying that, he said that I feel like he feels my win against Sanaka was a fluke. He's going to show me what it takes to be in this level. So he doesn't think I belong here, and tomorrow he's going to see why I am the truth.
Well, everyone in South Africa will be tuning in. What is your message to them back home ahead of tomorrow night?
To everyone back home, guys, I promise that I'm coming home with a belt, I promise. And lucky for me, it's my birthday next week, so I'm going to give myself any birthday present. So, yeah, guys, I am coming back with Bam heads.
He's coming back with Bam's head. He wants an early birthday present. Todd, to you with Bam, we'll get the reaction.
All right, we have any Bam Rodriguez fans here making the trip from San Antonio? Hey, Bam, how surreal is it for you as a lifelong Cowboys fan to be headlining here at the Star?
This is badass, man. This is as good as it gets. Of course, I would have maybe liked to fight in San Antonio, but this is damn near close to San Antonio, so I'm very proud of how far I've come. Shout out to all my fans that came out. Shout out to all my people that bought tickets for tomorrow night. Tomorrow's going to be a great night of boxing.
Well, you heard Cafu say that he's prepared to knock you out tomorrow night. You said he's probably the best fighter in the division besides yourself. How confident are you that you're going to get the job done here?
Talk is cheap, so I'll show you tomorrow night.
All right. And, hey, I know you've already got another fight scheduled. You didn't want that announced, but here you are. There's so much pressure on you, not only with this big crowd here tomorrow night, but that as well. How are you handling the pressure, and what kind of performance are we going to see from you in Frisco?
It's never no pressure for me. This is what I do. This is my job. I've been doing this since I was 9 years old, so this is just another day in the office come tomorrow night.
All right, another day in the office. Give it up for Jesse Bam Rodriguez, everybody. And now let's hear from the man who made this all possible, Mr. Eddie Hearn. Your thoughts on this magnificent crowd that's going to be here tomorrow night, well over 10,000 fans to see Bam versus Cafu.
Yeah, this is a great fight city. Huge turnout here, and Bam is getting the recognition he deserves as a true great of the sport. He's 25 years old. He's double unified champion across 2 weight classes. He's going to go and, in my opinion, win world championships in 4 or 5 divisions. But this is the big test for him tomorrow night. Big puncher in Cafu, who's very confident. Great fight card. Pacheco Macumbi would be main event anywhere else. And these guys here, they know a good fight night when they see it. We'll have over 10,000 in here tomorrow, and it'll be wild.
Over 10,000 here. He said he was a little bit gutted that it wasn't San Antonio, but that's the thing. You can come to Dallas, you get 10,000 in a really, really great venue. Look at the weigh-in today. The fans are in support for Jesse Bam Rodriguez.
There's a lot coming from San Antonio as well, you know. I mean, you know, it's a great turnout here at the weigh-in, but it's not just San Antonio, it's Texas, and it's not just Texas. It's America. They're understanding what they have in Jesse Bam Rodriguez, a generational great fighter. And this is what we want to see. The best in the division against the best in the division. You'll see a tremendous card. As I said, great co-main event. Diego Pacheco, I believe, is the future at 168-pound division. He's got it all to do tomorrow night against Macumbi, who's a great fighter. But as I said, you're going to watch one of the greatest fighters in the world tomorrow night trying to be great. And that's all we ever ask from these great fighters. So thank you to everyone in Frisco, San Antonio, Dallas, wherever you're coming from. Thanks for the incredible turnout today. Let's have a great time tomorrow night. Respect the fighters and enjoy boxing at its finest here in Frisco, Texas.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you can see all the action live exclusively around the world on DAZN. For Eddie, Frank, David, and Charlie, I'm Todd Grisham. We'll see you right back here tomorrow night. It's Bam versus Cafu.
I'm ready to go. Just ready to take care of business.
He's still such a young man. He's already a multi-weight world champion.
Nice uppercut in the left hand. Nice shot there from Bam Rodriguez.
This kid has it all.
They're going to see something special.